Hello, hello everybody. Good evening. Welcome to another very interesting time sharing us this stage on how you can implement Google Workspace across your business. I hope your day, your week has started off well and your day went well. You're good, business is good, family is good, all is good. So it's a good time to learn, right? Because we are still in the early part of the year so that you can get ready for what's to come as the year unfolds, and I hope it's unfolding well. So far, so good in your end. Thank you so much once again for joining us. My name is Udeme. I'm going to be your trainer for this session. I'm joining you from Abuja, Nigeria, and I'm here with Diana. Diana is joining us from Douala, Cameroon. I'm super excited to be sharing this stage with her and with you. Okay, so if you're here, please let me know that you're here, and how you can do that is to say something in the chat. Okay, so say something in the chat, represent your country, represent your location, represent your profession, maybe your line of business. Just say something. Let's know that you're here. And just a reminder, YouTube is not designed to let you speak back to me. YouTube is only designed to let me speak to you while you chat with me. So don't wait to think I'll know you're here without saying something. I definitely can't. And yeah, so I'm excited to have you guys once again. Hello, Comforts. How is the part of Abuja where you are? I'm also in Abuja. Hello, Annie. Annie has joined us again. Annie is joining us from Bonny Island University. Thank you so much, Annie, for joining us once again. Okay, so just a few housekeeping. Please, 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 please. Hit on the share button, copy the link, invite a friend. Okay, somebody's supposed to be here, but they're not here. Maybe they've forgotten they're supposed to be here. Please invite them to come. Or reach out to the team that are supposed to be organizing this and let them know that we've started already. Girl Lead, and this is a big shout out to Girl Lead. Thank you so much for making this happen and for the team that are actually making it. Everyone that's have all been coming here to enjoy the content with us. So, um, all right. So I'm waiting for your comments. And please make use of the chat effectively. Share the link. Hit on the thumbs up button, please. Hit on the thumbs up button. Hit on the share button. Copy the link. Invite a friend. So we're going to be looking at implementing Google Workspace across your business in the next couple of minutes. And I trust you have your writing materials so that you can get to jot down all the ideas we'll be sharing here with you. And I also trust that you have been able to smash the thumbs up button. Please do it. Let's smash it, everybody. Let's smash the thumbs up button. And yeah, you should have a writing material so that you can pick up a couple of ideas we'll be sharing here. So we'll be doing this in 3 different segments. Now in the first part, we're going to understand what the Google Workspace is. I know some of you have been using the tools even without knowing what the tools are meant for, or even without knowing that they are all classed under the Google Workspace. We are going to look at its their core functionalities. We're going to be looking at their benefits. We're going to be using and what they use all these tools for, right? And then you're going to identify the tools that will help you to boost communication across your business. Then we'll explore which tools can be leveraged to increase collaboration across the teams. What tools can be leveraged to increase collaboration across the teams? And this is a reminder for the Hustle Academy. So if you are yet to sign up for the Hustle Academy, I want you to click on the link that Diana is going to be dropping in the chat and please sign up for the Hustle Academy. Okay? So join us and learn about how you can grow your business growth plan, learn about sales, learn about digital marketing, learn how to pitch, learn how to get funding for your business. All of these are very necessary, and you are going to need it. All right. So the link is going to be shared in the chat. And please, if you are yet to say something to me, please go ahead and use the chat and say something. So if you have questions from our session, this particular one, the ones we've had before, the ones you learned somewhere and you want to feel like asking us, please feel free. Okay? Feel free. And locate the thumbs up button, locate the subscribe button as well, and click on it. And click on the subscribe button if you are yet to. All right? Okay. Okay. So I'll be having a couple of questions for you on this particular subhead. So be kind enough to respond to me when I ask. All right? Be kind enough to respond. So just to kickstart, I'm going to be asking you my first question. What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? What tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate within your business? So share with me in the chat what tools you currently use to communicate and collaborate. Share with us in the chat what tools you currently use. So Diana is going to be in the chat also to respond to all your questions, queries, replies, and everything. Okay. Anybody? Anindon and Comforts. Are you guys here? Please, if you are here, let me know by saying something. So type something in the chat. Type something. Type something. People use Slack. People use Discord. People use WhatsApp. People use email. People use different tools to actually collaborate across their business. So there are some people use Facebook. Some people use Facebook Messenger. Some people use Instagram. Some people use different tools. So share with us which one you use. Okay. So Annie said she uses WhatsApp, business, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you so much. All right. So while waiting for the replies, I'll just go ahead with the content. Going to the first part, discovering the Google Workspace. So do you currently use the Google Workspace? And if you use it, how do you use it? Which one do you use? Or do you even know what the Google Workspace is? Please let me know. Let me know if you know what the workspace is. Do you know what the workspace is? If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Anybody? Okay. So I'll just take the silence for a no and yes, depending on which class you fall into. So actually, the Google Workspace is this formerly called the G Suite, just like the Google Business Profile when the name was changed from Google My Business, right, to Google Business Profile. Okay, so now the G Suite was changed from G Suite to Google Workspace. So it's an example of a digital workspace. A workspace is defined as that place where you can get your job done without too much stretching. So everything is within the workspace. And then the digital workspace enables people to work online wherever there is a stable internet connection. And the workspace in particular is a collection of cloud computing tools, productivity tools, collaboration tools. It gets to enable users to create documents, create spreadsheets, create slides, and lots more. So you can also store data there. You can store your files, you can store some information safely and securely. And it is sold and marketed globally by Google. So that's for the Google Workspace. That's a summary of what the Google Workspace is. So I'm sure you've seen or you've used one or many of them, one or more of these tools before. If you can identify any of them, okay. Annie said I don't. Okay, if you can identify any of them, please let me know in the chat. Which one can you identify? And I'm very very sure if you are using an Android phone, you've used more than one of them. Possibly you didn't actually know that you were using a Google Workspace too. And that's very interesting, yes. Okay. So Annie, let me know which one do you use? Which one do you know? Um, or should I just go ahead and read out the ones on the screen? Workspace. Which do you know? Which can you identify? So let me just go ahead so that we save time. The first one, top line, from the left where the M is the Gmail, the popular Gmail that you have on your device. Okay. Then we have the calendar. Then we have the Google Drive. Then we have the Google Meet. Then the second line to the left from the blue side, we have the Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. We have the Google Sites. We have the Google Forms. We have the Google Keep. We have um, the Google Currents. We have the Google Chats, and then we have the Jamboard. Right? So we are going to be looking at a few of these tools, how they help you to collaborate and communicate across the team. So let's look at the core functionalities of the Google Workspace, basically used to create documents, create presentations, record, analyze, present data, brainstorm ideas, manage projects, store files, and ultimately communicates globally. So let's look at a few of those tools under ones that can be used to create documents and presentation. We're talking about none other than the Google Docs and the Google Slides. So the Google Docs feels like the Microsoft Word we knew, right? Basically for word processing, where you get to create, edit documents. You don't necessarily need a particular application to get this done, particular software, because you can actually do all this from a browser. Same thing with the slides. The slides is like the Microsoft PowerPoint we knew we used back in the days, right? But the special thing again with this one is you can get to, you don't need any particular software. You can create presentations directly from a browser. That's all that matters. And all these presentations, all this work you're doing, as soon as you're done with them, they're saved automatically to the cloud. As you're working on them, they're saved to the cloud. So you don't get to lose anything. Then you can work on a single document with some other person at the same time. Now, before now, you get to work on a document and then you save it, attach it in a mail, send it to another person to look at it, and all these protocols, wasting time. But now I can work on the same document, Annie can work on the same document, Diana can work on the same document. All of us doing that simultaneously. I can check what is happening, what Diana is doing. Diana can check what I'm doing. Then you can download your files in different formats, PDF, Word, PPT, or any other formats that you want. Okay, so that makes it also a very interesting tool that is also available for your mobile devices. And then you have the Google Forms and the Google Sheets. Google Forms more like that tool that you use to receive people's data So let's say you go to a particular event and you're asked to write attendance. Okay, Annie, you mentioned stuff. Okay, Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Google Forms. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you picked the few ones I read on the screen. Okay. Yeah. So the forms, you go to fill a form, and then they give you a physical form for you to fill. But this particular form is the one that you get to fill online. It's created online. It's also one of the tools under the Google Workspace. Easy to create forms, collect information from people, create custom surveys, create questionnaires, gather everything in a spreadsheet, just export it, and you have it in a spreadsheet. That's where the Google Sheet now comes in. So in the Google Sheet now, you can then, you know, analyze the data that you received and all those details. And the Google Sheet also gives you room to collaborate. You can work with people at the same time. And you don't need a particular software to make all those work done. You can work with people at the same time. And then all of these are all present in the Google Workspace. They're just one of the Workspace tools. So let's look at a few of the benefits that are brought to you by the Google Workspace. So you get to have increased collaboration, you get to have improved communication, improved smarter working, and then you also have enhanced security. Enhanced security. So let's look at each of them one after the other. Increased collaboration. So the Google Workspace actually stores your information in the cloud, enables you to share documents and files with ease. You can share file by just sending a link, to whoever is actually you're sending it to. You can also encourage your team members to collaborate and share ideas. You can restrict editing access to certain people. You can only give people access. You may choose to give some people access to view, you may choose to give some people access to comment, you may choose to give some people access to edit. It's all your choice. And then you can also get to track changes. You can also get to track comments with the ideas. You can work with colleagues across several projects. Okay, so let's move on to communication, improving communication. So the Google Workspace has a number of communication tools included in its offering. You have the Gmail, which is Google's emailing tool. You have the Google Meet, which is a video conferencing tool. You have the Google Current, which is a revolutionary technology to harness deeper communication within the team. And then you have the Google Chat, used for instant messaging. And then you also use the another benefit of the Google Workspace that you get to work smarter. So you use the Google Workspace to help your team work smarter, not just working hard, but they can work smart and collect data, can analyze data, and turn those data into insights both from your customers and from your team. And you can get to also harness your data and knowledge to make better decisions about whatever you're actually doing. And all these things are built on Google's AI-powered infrastructure to keeps your documents, keeps your tools very, very secured. Okay, and you also have it that you have these tools that are highly secured. These tools securely store your files and they securely store your data on the cloud using the Google Drive. So you have the admin console where you get to centralize the entire administration of the workspace. You can manage users, you can restrict access, you can set up passwords, you can set up two-step verifications, just to protect your business from security threats. And then that's very, very key that you protect your business, protect the workspace from every form of security threats. Okay, so let's look at how you can create the workspace. You head over to workspace.google.com/sign up. When you get over to workspace.google.com, what you're going to be seeing there is going to be Google requiring you to sign up with a Gmail. So once you've done that, you click on Get Started. And then you're going to be required to enter some core information, some core details about your business name, the number of your employees, your business location. And then you're going to also be required to add your contact details, your first name, your last name, your email address, and then you're going to choose your domain, either the one you've bought or the one that Google suggests to you. Now, obviously, a domain needs to be paid for. Domain is like paying for a house in the space, right? So you need to get a domain to be able to set up the Google Workspace. Okay, you don't need to own a website to be able to set up the Google Workspace. And domain is for websites originally. It can also be used for the Google Workspace. So it can be one material, one domain name, but used for two different purposes. Okay. Now when you're done with that, you now set up your login details. Enter your password, enter your username, and update your business address. And now you get to set up your Google Workspace after you've created the account. So what you do, you don't need to add you don't need to add email addresses as user accounts. Instead, what you need to do is just to create email aliases and group addresses for your business's communication. So this type of addresses are always free and don't count towards your Google Workspace user licenses. So it could be stuff like you can create address for your info team. You can create business email info team. You can create email for um, your personal use, right? You can create email for the sales team, support team, marketing team. So it will look like something like sales at impacther.com, marketing at google.com, and all of that, right? So whenever you want to send a message to the group, it goes to everybody under that section. Then you can also get to add team members and users. So before people on your team can sign in and access your Google Workspace device, they're telling you the user service, users account. So that is how you get to add team members. And then during this trial period that you have as you're just starting, be a first time user, you have access to 10 user accounts during the trial period. So when the trial period is over, I think it's actually 30 working days, 30 calendar days. When you're done with the calendar 30 calendar days free trial, you're now going to be required to start paying, and then you have some very flexible plan, both monthly, quarterly, and annually. So if you are using the setup wizard, you need to choose the manual setup options to be able to open the Google admin console and then click billing. Then you can be able to pay from there. And then interestingly, you can get to migrate your data. You can get to import files from everywhere. You can import files from your Microsoft Outlook. You can bring in your contacts. You can bring in your mails. You can bring in your calendars. You can upload all those documents into your Google Workspace drive. And then all those files are stored securely. Okay? Alright, so I'll be taking the first pause to answer some questions and queries. If you have questions for me, please keep it coming. Any questions? Annie, do you have any questions? I know Diana is in the chat and doing a great job. Thank you so much, Diana. So if you have any questions for me, please let's see it in the chat. Ask me a question, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to come back shortly to answer to the part that is left. So if you have a part of the question maybe you're not clear about, I want you to actually feel free to come back and ask. Oh, that's fine. All right, so I'm just going to go back to the presentation. While waiting for you to send me your replies, your questions, comments. And if you have questions from previous sessions, please feel free. Again, feel free to ask. So let's go to the second part, boosting communication across your business. So what tools can you use via the Google Workspace to boost communication? Which of the tools can you use via Google Workspace to boost communication? So share with me in the chat which tools are possible for you to use to boost communication. I know I must have mentioned all of those in passing, but I want you to try and stretch. Okay? To let me know what tools you can use to boost communication across your business. Okay, so let's move on. So what basically happens here is you have key communication tools. You have the likes of the Gmail, like I mentioned earlier, the Gmail, which is the Google's email tool. Then you have the Google Meet. Google Meet is Google's video conferencing tool. Then you have the Google Current. So the Current also is for chats, and we are going to dig deep. And then we have the Google Chats. All of these tools will help you to communicate effectively. So the Gmail is this tool that will help you to communicate effectively with ease using Google's free emailing tool. You can send files, you can send mails, you can create groups, mailing lists, and access the integrated calendar in order to stay connected and stay up to date. You can use a calendar for both personal use and team use. And then the latest Gmail, the way it's designed now, makes it very easy for you to stay on top of your work because they've added Google have recently added the Google Meet tool on the email. So what you just need to do is just to click on the video conferencing tool and then get to video conferencing tool and then you'll be able to just start a video conferencing meeting, right? So it makes it quite easy for things to get done. So you get to also build customer trust, give everyone in your organization or everyone outside the organization a professional email address, like something with your domain. It could be domain at google.com, your domain at impactor.com, or any of those options, right? So you have all those tools available, making it functional in the Gmail, and it's open to it works on different kinds of browsers, right? Chrome, Firefox, Thunder, whatever it is, they're all working there. Okay, and then you have the Google Meet. And the Google Meet is this tool that actually helps you to run this enterprise-grade video conferencing that is built on Google's robust and secure global infrastructure. So Meet is actually included within the Google Workspace and in G Suite for Education. Now the free one that comes with your calendar, that one can only take 100. But the one that comes with the workspace can actually has more room for more people. Okay, so it means actually it's this tool that helps that video conferencing tool to be much better. It's light and consumes less data. The interface is very simple to walk around with. Now it's fully integrated in the workspace, and now you can have all this important information actually built into your Google Meet as well. Now you have it's also designed to work properly on iOS, designed to work properly on Androids. So you can see your meetings that always pop up in your calendar. So the Meet is actually built into the calendar. The calendar actually sends a notification to the Gmail. So the Gmail, the Meet, and the Google Calendar, they're all working together to make life easy for you. Okay, so next up, let's look at the Google Current. So the Google Current is actually used to encourage employees to engage employees, then foster some more meaningful conversations where you can get to stay connected within your teams, can get to stay connected, you can work towards common goal, you can build a community, you can communicate your ideas, you can get instant feedback, you can share ideas with your employees, and gather input through meaningful conversations. You know, even remote workers can also stay plugged with what is happening around the organization. And it's open to both Android and iOS. You can always find key important topics with employees across the globe. Then can always see important information first also. Using current home stream can moderate content faster with help from current. So all these tools are available on current. And then you have the Google Chats lastly. On the communication, you have the Google Chats where you can get to chats from direct messaging to group conversation. The chat will help teams and businesses to communicate fluidly and efficiently from basically just anywhere. So you can get to securely connect with anyone you work with, can share files, can share ideas, can share tasks, all of those can share with ease, can share docs, can upload documents from can upload documents and collaborate from Drive, doc sheets, slides, can join online meetings with mates, and just everywhere. So the chat actually is very powerful also, and it's offered for free on the Google Workspace platform. Remember, the Google Workspace is not free. Okay, so when you send out emails to people, and those guys see that it's an email at the company.com, those people take you more seriously, not just some free at gmail.com. All right, so let's look at some top tips to maximize your communication. You need to create in-person communication. You need to stay organized, create team mailing list, and set up projects or team rooms. So again, if you have questions, please don't hold back. Drop questions if you have them. Okay, so you are going to use Gmail. Thank you for telling me. I don't know which one you've been using before, but I really doubt if that you want to check the population of. I still have my Yahoo Mail anyway, but the population, the percentage of people that are using Gmail are actually more, because the reason is very simple. A lot of people are using Android phones. iOS is very expensive, right? So people, the Android phones actually use um, Gmail, because Android is a Google platform. Do you understand? So Gmail is powerful and help things get better. Okay, all right. So um, where was I? Okay. So let's look at each of these points briefly. Tips to maximize communication. To create in-person communication. Creating in-person communication can be done in 4 different segments. And the first part, you need to schedule regular team calls, regular check-ins via Google Meets and Google Hangouts. Then also you need to connect with colleagues and you know, teams across the globe. You need to also brainstorm ideas, work on team projects, hold virtual meetings. You can join, you should be able to join from your mobile and from your desktop devices. And again, another tip would be for you to stay organized. So stay organized actually means that you're going to be using a tool like the Google Calendar to get to improve communication across your team through the Google Calendar. You can create multiple team calendars, track meetings, track sessions like what you're having right now, and track vacations and lots more. You can also get to improve visibility and organization by ensuring that all your team members actually remain connected. Then you spend less time planning and more time doing with shareable calendars that integrate seamlessly with the Google Drive, Google Contacts, Sites, and Meet, so you always know what's next. Okay, and again, you get to schedule events quickly by checking colleagues' availability or layering their calendars in a single view, so you can always get to find out who is available at a particular time at a particular day. You can share your calendars so that people can see full events, full event details, or just if you are free or if you are not free. You can view, you can edit your schedules from your phone, your tablet, or you can use your optimized mobile apps or sync with phones built-in calendar. So the calendar is actually like my device. I don't have the Google Calendar app. When I set up a Google Calendar on my PC, it automatically sends it to my phone calendar. So it automatically synchronizes with your phone calendar. You can share some special event to customers to let people know when you're actually available and when you're not available. People can always see that on your calendars as well. Okay, so another tip is to also create a team mailing list. So creating team mailing list would be like creating a group emailing list like team at google.com or sales at google.com, marketing at google.com, or any of those options, any of those departments at google.com or at organization.com, as the case might be. And then you can use that to send status updates to the group, and then you share resources, increase visibility, and that will help to foster community, helps to create that team bond around the team. And then also the next one, another tip for proper communication would be for you to set up projects or team rooms. So we need to also encourage your team members to stay connected by creating a room in Google Chats or by creating a room in Gmail to get to encourage your team members to network with each other, to share project ideas, to exchange their thoughts and best practices to create a stronger sense of community around that space. So that makes it very interesting. That makes it very, very powerful. And it encourages communication, actually brings a bond within the team. It is something that you want to encourage, right? So I'm going to be taking the second pause to answer to your questions, your queries. If you have questions for me, please ask. Questions concerning anything, please ask us. Diana is there in the chat and she'll be happy to engage with you. So if you have questions, please ask. Alright, so how far so far? Are you enjoying the content? Or you're learning something that's you're not going to use immediately? I'm sure you're going to be using it as soon as you have a website. You think about how to make your communications more professional. So when you think about to make your conversations more professional, then you're going to know that when you're sending out a mail, sending out an information, it's pertinent as a brand with serious business for you to look professional also. So looking professional will actually demand that you own a Google Workspace account. Google Workspace account will actually help you to be more presentable before the people that are actually supposed to fund you, to be more presentable before the people that they're actually reaching out to do business with. Okay. So do you have any questions from this session, from last session, um, from the session that's coming in the future, or any other thing you've learned that you want to ask? Please feel free to ask. Okay, Annie, sorry about the network. It happens every time, right? So we are living in Africa, so it's a very interesting time to be alive. Especially you that's in Nigeria here. I know it's a very interesting time to be alive as a Nigerian. Sorry about that. So Starlink is out. You might need to think about getting Starlink for yourself, so that internet won't be kicking out. It won't be kicking you out again. It's not that expensive. It's just I hear it's 450,000 naira. It's not too much for you. You know, you're a rich woman. All right, so let's get going. Any questions? Any questions? So do how to engage Diana in the chat. Diana is there to answer to your questions, queries, concerns, anything. So answer Diana. Alright, so let's go to the last part of this presentation. Let's see how you can leverage tools to increase collaboration. So which tools can you use on a Google Workspace to increase collaboration? Which tools can you use on a Google Workspace to increase collaboration? So let me know which tools you know or which tools you use to increase collaboration. We spoke about this earlier. Which tools can you use to improve collaboration, to increase collaboration? Okay, so let's go on while waiting for your replies. So you get to collaborate across teams and projects by brainstorming ideas, sharing working files, and making suggestions. Then you can also tag colleagues and track changes as well. So let's look at the Google Jamboard. So for those of you that have not met the Google Jamboard before, it helps to harness the power of digital whiteboards to share ideas and improve brainstorming sessions, like what you have when you have a physical interactive whiteboard. What happens there is you can get to write, you clean, but the Jamboard is actually a virtual one, and different people can write at the same time from different locations. So it's connected to the cloud, and it enables different people to work on the same on the same jam at the same time, working together at real time through multiple touch points. So with Jam, you can write, you can draw with the included stylus, you can search Google and insert images or web pages, you can drag, resize text, you can resize images with your finger, you can pinch it like what you do on your phone. You can sketch a box, sketch a star, sketch a cat, sketch a dragon. And Google's image recognition technology will actually convert that sketch into a polished image. You can share your jams with collaborators. 50 people can work on a jam at the same time. Add docs, can add sheets, can add slides to a jam, can view, you can edit your jams from anywhere with an internet connection. Then your works automatically saves to the cloud. Remember, advantage of the Google Workspace is that everything saves, excuse me, everything saves to the cloud automatically. Okay? So you can open a jam on a nearby Jamboard from your phone, from your tablets. You can connect your computer to Jamboard. And Jamboard displays your screen and lets you control the computer from your board's touchscreen. So can pick up where you left also because everything is saved to the cloud. And up next we have the Google Drive. So the Google Drive is that tool that you use to store your files on Google Cloud. Okay, so it enables you to share your working documents, it enables you to also share your presentations, it enables you to share your sheets with ease, also enables collaboration, you can work from anywhere, provides you with that flexible storage where you always get to have enough space for your files. With centralized administration, data loss prevention and vault for Drive, you can easily manage, you can manage your users and file sharing to help meet data compliance so that you don't breach data rules. And then you can use those shared files, shared drives to store your things, work in secure and easy to manage and shared spaces. And then just so you know that any files that are added to the shared drives are collectively owned by the team. So everyone gets to stay up to date. Everyone also can get to collaborate on live documents and collaborate on files, sharing, editing, the tagging your team members, and all of that are all made easy on the Google Drive. Alright, so let's look at making suggestions and tagging your colleagues. So you get to also edit shared files, shared documents in real time. You reduce the need to send files back and forth because you get to be able to suggest changes. You can suggest changes and comment with ideas when you tag a particular colleague with that art feature, that art that comes with your Gmail, you know, just to increase visibility and boost collaboration within the team. You can tag somebody on the team, you can reply to comments, you can track changes so that they can be approved before implementation, and all of these are available on the Google Workspace platform. Okay, and then you can track changes. So if you are collaborating with several people on a single file, it can be very difficult for you to pinpoint who actually made a particular change and when they made that change. You can keep track of changes in shared files by identifying changes and who actually made them, and also revert to a particular version. And again, Google Workspace enables you to view all the edits that were made on the documents, on the files. You can restrict access. You can decide to give you access. You can give you an editing right. I can give you a commenting right. I can give you a viewing right. And I can block some people completely out. It's all my choice. I'm the owner. So for you to review the changes, you need to follow these very few steps. So open the file in the drive or wherever it is. Maybe docs, maybe sheet, maybe slides. Click on the top left corner of the screen, you're going to see version history. So click on version history, and then you're going to see version history. So click on see version history. But you need to be the owner of the file to be able to do this part. Okay? Then when you click on it, you're going to see the timestamp. You click on the timestamp, and then you're going to see the names of people that actually edited the document, the time they edited it, and the names are going to be color coded so that each person will have his column, so you don't mix up people. You can restore what they changed to the previous version. You can name this version to name a previous version. You can use that version to name a previous version. Then you can make a copy of what was already created, or you can create a copy of your own. Then you can also use that file to can also view who opened the file, who shared the file. You can also view who changed, what has been changed on the file since the last time it was opened. You can view who commented, you can view who edited, who shared, or who moved the file. All of these are possible on the Google Workspace. Without the Google Workspace, you won't be able to do it. The free version will not let you do all of this. Alright. So I'm going to be taking the last pause to answer to your questions and your queries. But meanwhile, don't forget to sign up for the Hustle Academy, where you have 1 week to learn about digital growth plan of a business, learn about sales, digital marketing, learn how to pitch, learn how to get funding for your business. All of these are made available for you. Then you have some next steps. You can't learn everything on this call, so you need to learn some more on yourself. Self-learning is called. So head over to learndigital.google.com/digital skills/courses. Then follow us on social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay? So thank you so much for your time. But I'm going to answer your question before I go. So you have questions for me? Please, this is a time for you to ask. Okay. All the links will be dropped, and the attendance has been shared. Please do well to fill the attendance properly. With your correct name, because that's what is going to be used to send you the attendance. Alright, so this is a special shout out to Girl Lead for making this session happen. Thank you so much, Girl Lead. Alright, so see you guys when next we see you. Oh, this is for AWE, not Girl Lead. AWE Cameroon. Thank you so much for making it happen. For everyone that were here. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your evening, and have a great time. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please drop them. Diana has dropped the attendance link. Please fill the attendance link correctly. We're going to be using that to send you your certificates. Okay, so that is what we're going to be doing. So make sure your names are correct, so that we won't send you a certificate with the wrong name. I'm sure you don't want that. Alright, so alright, so enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your evening. Join us for our next session. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Join us for our next session, and we'll be happy to receive you. If you have questions from here, come in the next session and ask us. We'll be happy to respond to it. Alright, bye.